How to find a vacant aquaculture lease parcel. This video will show you how to use the Florida Aquaculture Interactive Atlas to find a vacant aquaculture parcel. If you need more information on how to access the map, please review the video How to Access the Florida Aquaculture Interactive Atlas. Applying to lease an existing vacant aquaculture parcel is the quickest way to obtain an aquaculture lease with the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Division of Aquaculture. Existing aquaculture parcels have received the necessary approval for aquaculture production. It is important to note that aquaculture parcel availability is subject to change and the information reflected on the map may not be current. However, this video will review how to find potential aquaculture parcels. This video will cover the three main methods used to find a vacant parcel. On another device, scan the QR code or use another browser tab to visit the website www.fdax.gov/agriculture-industry/aquaculture/shellfish-area-aquaculture-lease-map to follow along. It is recommended to access the Florida Aquaculture Interactive Atlas on a desktop or laptop for optimal functionality. The Florida Aquaculture Interactive Atlas has limited capability on a mobile device. Option 1 is using the tables to search for a vacant aquaculture parcel. For this video, we will use the View Larger Map version of the Florida Aquaculture Interactive Atlas. Orientation of tools and buttons may vary slightly between the View Larger Map and the version that opens on the FDAX website. It is recommended for easier viewing to utilize the View Larger Map option. There are several ways to search for an existing aquaculture parcel. First, we will review the attribute table. At the bottom of the map screen, select the third icon from the left that resembles a table. This is the Tables feature and has information about the aquaculture use zones, or AUZs, and individual parcels. Be sure that Aquaculture Use Zone is the current selection from the drop-down menu. Select the three dots to the right of the column titled Status to filter by parcel status. From the drop-down options, select the option Sort Descending to filter vacant leases to the top of the list. Here, the aquaculture parcels listed as vacant are at the top of the list. Scroll down through the table until you find an area of interest. Select a parcel row of interest. The map will zoom into the specific aquaculture parcel. The current selection will show as green and will also be highlighted in blue on the atlas. Again, remember that aquaculture parcel availability is subject to change. Although the Division of Aquaculture works diligently to update the map, once an area of interest is located, be sure to apply through the aquaculture portal at aquacultureportal.fdax.gov or call the Division of Aquaculture at 850-617-7600 to check the availability. Select the X at the top of the table to close it. The map directs you to the parcel that was selected. According to the legend, yellow polygons are vacant and green polygons are occupied. The polygon is showing as green in this example. Select the polygon again to access the information menu for this polygon. Scroll down in the menu to view information including parcel number, name, coordinates, acreage, status, and lease type. Select the arrow at the bottom left of the menu to view more information. Select the underlined area reading Area Status to view more information. A new window will open with information about shellfish harvesting area closures. Select the back button at the top of the window to return to the atlas. Select the section reading Legal Map to view the legal map for this shellfish harvesting area. A new window will open with the legal map such as this one. select the back button at the top left of the window to return to the atlas. Let's move on to the second method. Yellow vacant and green occupied polygons appear by default on the map. Another option for locating vacant aquaculture parcels is to start with your location and pan around the map until you find green or yellow polygons in an area of interest. Again, the quickest and easiest way to obtain an aquaculture lease through the Division of Aquaculture is to apply for an existing aquaculture parcel. If your device has location permission enabled, select the icon on the left of the map screen. It looks like a compass and is called My Location. The map will automatically zoom into your location. Select the Zoom In button indicated by a plus sign to zoom further if necessary. After further zooming, find a lease site of interest by selecting and holding anywhere on the map and dragging the mouse to move the map. Scroll or select the Zoom In button indicated by a plus sign to zoom into your desired parcel. For this example, we are using lease parcel L-549. If you would like to view the coordinates for the lease parcel of interest, follow these steps. Select the Draw tool on the bottom of the atlas, indicated by a painter's palette icon, to draw a location marker on the parcel of your interest. Select the marker option from the menu. It is the second icon from the left. Select the marker icon of your choice. Ensure that Show Location Measurement is on. Select the slider bar and drag it to the right, indicating that it is on. Select anywhere on or around the parcel to add a location marker. Select the X button at the top right of the Draw menu to close the menu. The coordinates of the marker should now appear on the map. You can now zoom out by scrolling or pressing the Zoom Out button indicated by a minus sign. The location of the marker will still show after zooming out. A third method can be used if you have a predetermined area of interest and know the particular parcel number. Use the magnifying glass icon at the bottom of the map screen titled Search. The steps for searching are the same whether you are searching for a parcel in an AUZ or an individual parcel. It is important to know the parcel number in order to use this specific tool. Select the search bar in the search menu. Enter the parcel number you are interested in. For this example, we will be using parcel number L-549. Select the Search button, designated by a magnifying glass icon, or press Enter to search. Select the search result for the parcel you entered into the search bar. The map will automatically zoom into the lease site entered in the search. Select the X button at the top right to close the search menu. Select the parcel of interest to view more information. Scroll down through the menu to view more information. Select the X button to close the information menu. After discussing with the Division of Aquaculture, apply for an aquaculture lease using the FDACS Aquaculture portal. On another device, scan the QR code or use another browser tab to visit the website at aquacultureportal.fdacs.gov. If you have any questions, contact the Division of Aquaculture at aquaculture_web@fdacs.gov.